Alright, I told you guys that I was not going to leave you hanging and I was going to show you the process of how I make my food last. So I did steak, green beans, and I made some homemade rolls and bread last night. And so I just used the Kinder seasoning for the steaks, just a little bit of butter, and then I drizzled the Kinder's barbecue sauce on top at the very end. I put butter and the Kinder seasoning in my green beans. I only used one can. I also made my bread recipe. I don't really follow bread recipes anymore because I've gotten more comfortable with making my own recipes and kind of just hanging out with that, and it's just been kind of like a fun hobby for me now. So yeah, there's no actual recipe. I just did about a tablespoon of yeast, a tablespoon of sugar, 2 cups of water, and I let that sit for about 5 minutes roughly. And then I mix it in a bowl, and I just added a little bit of baking powder and the flour and a little bit of salt and some more sugar. And I didn't really do that much sugar, but I used the whole wheat flour, so it's a little bit more dense than just all-purpose baking flour or anything like that. And so I'm used to King Arthur's bread flour, but obviously I did not get it this time. So I ended up roughly using about 3.5 to 4 cups. And my next video, I had to do a part 2. In the next video, I said how many cups, but I had to work in the last half of the cup, and I only just did 4 cups of flour total, and so I did the 3.5 dumped in, and then the other half to make the 4 cups I just worked it in while I was kneading it. And I don't really need the whole flour as much as I do regular flour, just because again it is very dense and it's like the very least processed flour out there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that because I used to only get whole wheat flour, but I stopped because we moved for like roughly a year. We were moving around, so I didn't have my regular stuff. So I'm going to definitely have to get used to the whole wheat flour again. But yep, I just buttered my pans with some butter. Well, I just said buttered, but you get the drift. I put butter, greased them up, and then I have the small clear pan. I put the rolls in. I made 9 rolls. Smaller ones for the kids and bigger ones for the husband. And then I buttered my bread pan. And yep, that was dinner. In my next video, I will be talking, but I just did a voiceover because it was really loud because, again, snowstorm. It was Sunday, kids, husband, dogs are home. So, but yeah, this is it.